Now, what a difference 5 years can make when it comes to our Calgary and area real estate. Personally, I remember like it was yesterday, shooting my monthly update throughout the years of 2015 to 2018 and doing everything in my power to find the good news among all the negatives happening in the market. And month after month, there wasn't much I could find. See, back then it was extremely frustrating because havoc was ringing down on our real estate and overall consumer confidence due to the culmination of economic stalling and theoretical thinking from policymakers like Trudeau and Notley. They ran their mouths. The anti-oil, anti-Alberta rhetoric was everywhere, ultimately holding us back, and we were forced to sit on the North American sidelines while the rest prospered and grew. But now it honestly feels like a little like an episode out of Stranger Things where we are operating in our own upside down parallel world. Except this time the world has flipped inside out and we are once again in the light. We are looked upon favorably, and as a proud Albertan, we are once again standing tall. And as a result, this month, I don't have much in the way of numbers to share with you once again. It's going to be a simple 3-point update, and I hope it hits home and allows you to fully sink your teeth into what you need to know about Alberta's real estate. So Ian, cue the transition. All right, point number 1. Expect 2023 in Calgary to be once again in a seller's market. Despite the continued higher interest rates and the headlines discussing year-over-year drops in sales, Calgary will experience a market mostly in favor of the seller. So what does this mean anyways, and why do I say this? Well, let's start with what do I mean. A seller's market essentially means the amount of demand for housing is very close to the total number of homes available to buy. Simply put, typically now in our industry, we use the metric of months of supply to determine this. And if it's under 3, we deem it a seller's. The numbers for January were just released, and we are sitting comfortably within it at 2.0. Now, this is going to be different across price ranges and property types, so be sure you get specific advice tailored to your specific situation. Now, in general, this year, again, due to the continued high interest rates, expect the months of supply to be higher the higher you go on pricing. The higher we go, the less affordable and the less demand we see. And that's what we're seeing right now. Now, why also do I say this? I'll echo my statements from past updates and those of our chief economists from the Calgary Real Estate Board, which were presented at our annual Calgary Real Estate Board presentation just last week. People are absolutely flocking to Alberta in record numbers, and they are doing so from all over Canada. Just check out this graphic here. It's wild. This is a trend that has been growing steadily for the past few years, and it has little to no chance of slowing down anytime soon due to our affordability position against the rest of the Canadian major cities. See this graph. With this continuing to happen, the demand for housing will likely keep up with those new listings that come to the market. And even in some price points, it will surpass them, which will keep that month of supply low. The market will remain very tight, competitive, and those sellers' market conditions will continue. Okay. Point number 2, don't expect things to get cheaper, most likely ever. The pace of sales in the most affordable asset classes like apartments and row houses still remain on pace with the best of all time. This means that while our new listings to market remains low, as they are, we will continue to gobble up the active inventory nearly as fast as it comes. Also, for those looking for semi-detached and detached homes in the affordable price ranges, we are seeing the exact same thing play out. A properly priced home hits the market and it's scooped up in near instantly within multiple offers and quite often at list or above. So in these cases, buyers will need to act quick, like last year, place strong offers, and ultimately this, done over time this spring, will drive our pricing upwards once again. Now, this is happening inside the city of Calgary, but we're also seeing the consumer demand for single family push into the satellite communities around Calgary because they offer great affordable options in this high interest rate environment. So Cochrane, Airdrie, Okotoks, High River, Chestermere are all experiencing continued high demand, low inventory, and resulting in price increases month over month. just like we just saw. Now, all this being said, we can expect the higher priced markets to be the ones we see a little bit of a pause in our values, or maybe a slight decline. But in the same breath, there is an upside risk for these markets too. As the interprovincial net migration continues to flow into our city, we're seeing stats about the demographics of these new Albertans, and it's telling us once again, high-paying professionals are making the move here too. It's not just young Canadians and average income earners like before. So with this, I believe it's safe to say it will never be cheaper. Okay, let's go to point number 3, our final one. Albertans, you need to shift your perspective on this, and quick. Let me explain. We are once again in the worldwide spotlight. But this time for good, not for silly, unfounded headline creating reasons from folks like Al Gore, Greta, and DiCaprio we've experienced in the recent past. No, this time it's different. The world wants a piece of us. The world wants to move here. The world sees us as a place for prosperity, quality of life, and the new West is officially back in business. So for us, who have been living through the ups and downs, it's a bit of a wake-up call for us all. No matter if I'm riding in an Uber or talking shop with business owners stuck in the grind here in our city, to everyone in between. Most people don't understand what's happening, or more importantly, actually believe it. For the majority of Albertans, this new interest rate environment and our recent run-up in prices last few years have us feeling that Calgary is expensive. But I'm here to tell you, the world is seeing us as a discount. So I really need this perspective shift to happen for those of us here. Those of us raising families, those of us looking for investments, those of us starting our careers, for all of us. It's not time to sit on the fence while so many are flocking and setting up shop in our own backyards. So who is this message really for? Well, it's for everyone. Do you have a stable job and on the fence about home ownership? Well, get off of it, because interest rates are here to stay. Rental rates are only going up. And now is the time your future self will thank you. Do you have a growing family and need more room? Well, trading up now actually works out in your favor. The market is tightest on the most affordable parts of our market. So you can sell fast and easy and for top dollar. And you can buy your next move up home, well, without as much pressure. It's great. Maybe you're considering investing. Yeah, rates are up, but so are rents. And will keep going up, keeping cash flows present for you. Get in before the further price increases happen in those high demand parts of the market where investors flock. Are you making more money now? Many of you have started successful side gigs and they are bringing in new income to your household. Again, that upgrade you've been thinking about is only going to get scarier as these prices climb. Now may just be your time. So guys, gals, my fellow Albertans, don't be shy. Not now. Not with all of this amazing macroeconomic energy driving confidence in our province. So if you need, as always, more specific advice for your specific situation, this is what we're here to do for you. Do it now, though, before the spring to ensure you can make the most of the current market conditions. Now, since I mentioned this update would not be filled with stats and data, but I know some of you love that stuff as much as I do. I've provided a link in the description to the presentation our chief economist put together that I believe will help you provide even more confidence, and I urge you to check the link out. If you got questions, of course, reach out to us. I'd love to share my thoughts. So that is it. Points 1, 2, 3. Yippee! That's it for today. Thanks for watching us here again on Redline TV. If you are in need of some specific help, again, for your situation, just drop us a comment, give us a ring, or email us at inquire@redlinerealestate.ca so we can hook you up with one of our over 90 specialists in the region. Again, be sure to like, drop me a comment, share this with those that need to hear this message. And I'll see you again next month.